"Security, get this woman out of my sight. She's ruining the aesthetic." The shrill voice of Tiffany echoed through the crystal-adorned ballroom of the Plaza Hotel in New York City. It was the wedding of the decade. Tiffany, the daughter of a Wall Street tycoon, was marrying Liam, a rising star in Manhattan's real estate world. Standing near the entrance, clutching a small, worn gift bag, was Martha. She wasn't wearing a designer gown. She was wearing her Sunday best, a simple, department store floral dress that looked painfully out of place amidst the sea of silk and tuxedos. Liam rushed over. Martha's eyes lit up. She thought he was coming to save her. "Liam, honey," she whispered, reaching out. "I took the bus from Ohio. I just wanted to see you say I do." Liam didn't take her hand. He slapped it away, looking around frantically to see if anyone important was watching. "Mom, what are you doing here?" Liam hissed, his face flushed with humiliation. "I told you this was a private ceremony. Look at you. You look like you just walked off a farm. You're embarrassing me in front of the investors." "I just wanted to give you this," Martha said, her voice trembling, holding up the small bag. "It's your father's watch. I don't want your old junk," Tiffany snapped, stepping up beside Liam. "Liam, if she's not out of here in 30 seconds, I'm not walking down that aisle. She smells like ... poverty." Liam made his choice. He looked at the woman who had worked 3 jobs to pay for his Ivy League tuition. "You have to go, Mom," Liam said coldly. "Security will escort you to the bus station. Please, just go." Martha didn't scream. She didn't make a scene. She simply nodded, placed the gift bag on a side table, and walked out of the plaza with her head held high, while her son erased her from his life to please a crowd of strangers. What Liam didn't know was that the woman he'd just kicked out wasn't just a retired seamstress from Ohio anymore. She was the silent architect of the very deal he was desperate to close. Chapter 1: The Invisible Thread. Martha had always been a seamstress, yes. But 5 years ago, after Liam stopped calling, she started a small project in her garage. She began restoring vintage quilts and creating high-end, sustainable textiles using old-world techniques. She never told Liam. He never asked. To him, she was just Mom back in Ohio, a relic of a life he wanted to forget. He had invented a new backstory for himself to fit into Tiffany's world, claiming his parents were retired diplomats who had passed away. While Liam was sipping champagne in Manhattan, Martha's small business, Heritage Threads, had exploded. Her fabrics were being bought by the most exclusive interior designers in Europe and New York. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. But she kept it quiet, hoping one day her son would come back for her, not for her money. That night at the plaza killed that hope. CTA 1 subscribe. If this story of betrayal and hidden strength has already hooked you, show your support. Subscribe now to Soulful Stories Official. Join us, because here the truth always comes to light. Chapter 2: The Collapse. 3 months after the wedding, the honeymoon phase ended abruptly. Tiffany's father, the Wall Street tycoon, was indicted for insider trading. His assets were frozen. The flow of money that supported Liam and Tiffany's lavish lifestyle in their Upper East Side penthouse dried up instantly. Liam's own real estate firm was in trouble. He had leveraged everything on a massive project, a luxury eco-resort in the Catskills. To finish it and save his reputation, he needed a specific, exclusive partnership. He needed the IT brand of the moment to sign on as the lead supplier for the resort's interiors. The brand was Heritage Threads. "If we get Heritage Threads," Liam told a panicked Tiffany, "investors will flock back. They are the gold standard right now. The owner is a recluse, some old-school artisan. We have to charm her." "I'll go with you," Tiffany said, clutching her designer bag, one of the few she hadn't sold yet. "I know how to talk to these creative types. We'll dazzle her." Chapter 3: The Meeting. Liam and Tiffany flew to Chicago, where Heritage Threads had just opened its new headquarters. The building was stunning, a renovated warehouse that screamed modern luxury. They were led into the CEO's office. It was a vast space with floor-to-ceiling windows. The CEO's chair was turned away from them, facing the skyline. "Thank you for seeing us," Liam started, putting on his best salesman smile. "I'm Liam, and this is my wife, Tiffany. We represent the Catskill Summit Project. We believe your fabrics are the only ones worthy of our vision." "We love your rustic aesthetic," Tiffany chimed in, trying to sound charming. "It's so ... authentic. It reminds us of the simple things." The chair slowly swiveled around. Sitting there wasn't a stranger. It was Martha. She was wearing a tailored Italian suit, her silver hair styled perfectly. She looked powerful. She looked regal. Liam dropped his portfolio. "Mom?" Tiffany gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. The woman from the wedding? "Good morning, Liam." "Tiffany," Martha said. Her voice was calm, devoid of the tremble it had at the plaza. "I assume you're here to talk about business, if you've watched this far and are waiting for justice to be served. Thank you for your time. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. You won't want to miss what Martha says next." Chapter 4. The Graceful Revenge. You own Heritage Threads? Liam stammered, his brain unable to process the shift in power. "I founded it," Martha corrected him. "While you were too busy pretending I didn't exist, I was building an empire. It turns out people value authenticity, Liam. Something you seem to have lost." Liam stepped forward, desperation taking over. "Mom, this is amazing. Look, we can work together. We're family. This contract, it would save us. We're in debt, Mom. We could lose the penthouse. We made a mistake at the wedding." Tiffany added quickly, her voice shrill. "We were under so much stress, you know how it is." Martha looked at them. She didn't look angry. She looked disappointed. "I reviewed your proposal, Liam," Martha said, tapping a leather folder on her desk. "The resort looks beautiful, but I can't sign the contract." "Why?" Liam cried. "Because you're angry? Because of the wedding?" "No," Martha replied softly. "Because of my company's core values. Heritage Threads is built on loyalty, history, and respect. You erased your history to get ahead. You disrespected the person who gave you life just to impress people who didn't care about you." She stood up and walked to the window. "If you can't honor your own mother because she wore a cheap dress, how can I trust you to honor my brand? You don't value the threads, Liam. You only care about the golden label." "Please, Mom," Liam whispered. "I will always love you, Liam. You are my son," Martha said, turning back to him. "If you ever need a home-cooked meal, my door in Ohio is open, but my checkbook is closed. Business is for people I trust." She pressed a button on her intercom. "Carol, please show my guests out." Chapter 5. The Aftermath. Liam and Tiffany left the office in silence. Without the contract, the Catskill project failed. They lost the penthouse. The stress broke their marriage apart within a year. Tiffany went looking for another rich husband, and Liam had to take a mid-level job at a firm in New Jersey, living in a small apartment, much like the one he grew up in. Martha continued to run Heritage Threads with grace and integrity. She used her wealth to fund scholarships for students from low-income families in the Rust Belt, ensuring that no child would ever feel ashamed of where they came from. She kept the watch she tried to give Liam in a display case in her office. A reminder that time reveals everyone's true character. Liam learned the hard way that you should be nice to the people you meet on your way up, because you might meet them again on your way down, and they might be the ones holding the keys. If Martha's story taught you that dignity is the true measure of wealth, help us spread this message. Please do 3 important things for us. First, subscribe to Soulful Stories Official and ring the bell. Let's build a community that values the truth. Second, comment below. Did Martha do the right thing by refusing to help her son financially, or was she too harsh? We want to hear your take. Third, share this video with someone who needs to remember that family comes first. Thank you once again for watching. Until the next story.